Welcome back once again with the Walk with Al. Today we're down here in the Kentucky mountains, enjoying the great outdoors, just walking around and looking at nature at its finest. I'm telling you, it's nice out here today. It's been raining for the past 3 days, but it's cleared up. The winds are blowing a little bit, so we thought we'd get out here, and I thought I would share something with you. If you're a hiker, you're a backpacker, camper that likes to put that backpack on and get out there, way out there, and stay for a couple days and come back, or you're that hunter who likes to get to that sweet spot way out there where nobody else is at. Sometimes we get out and we just lose track of where we're at. We don't pay attention to where we're going. That's bad. But I'm going to show you some tips, if you do, that might just help you and keep you a little bit more comfortable. Because if you get out there, the best thing to do, and it's getting late, you've lost track of time, and you're going to be roaming around after dark. You've not got a light. You've packed in light. Let me tell you, just calm down, clear your mind, and I'm going to show you a few things I keep with me that will help you make it a lot easier staying out here if you get called out overnight. Now, I keep this little pack with me, and I've got some 550 cable, which I use for building shelters and just something to get in out of the weather with. It helps. And cotton balls. Now, and a thorough rod. Now, let me tell you, this heats up to around 3,000 degrees instantly. Most of the time, if it's not been wet like it's been here in the Kentucky mountain for the last 3 days, you can just start a fire with this door. Most of the time, it's all you need. But it's been so wet that sometimes it gets hard to get that fire started. So I'm going to show you a tip that might help you. First, you need to have some dry cinder. So, hey, the best thing, down here in the Kentucky mountains, we got a lot of pines and cedars. Get that smallest little branches off that you can find, and I mean the little stuff. Start with that, pile it up in there. Sometimes this green stuff will burn pretty good once it gets started. But get the smallest stuff, that's driest that you can find. Get you a pile started there, and you might find this under logs that, if it's been raining a lot like it has here, sometimes you can get under logs that the rain is just kindly not got to back in an old log. But you got to watch here in Kentucky because you might get bit. Rattlesnakes, copperhead. So you want to watch for that, dig it out with a stick or something. And backing under little cliffs and rocks, you can get some dry stuff to get started with. But sometimes it takes a little bit more, and I'm going to show you how to do that. Now, I know you all have probably seen the cotton ball. It does great. I mean, it'll give you about 1.5 minutes burning time, So that helps you if you're building a fire, but sometimes that's not enough when it's so wet. So I'm going to show you a little trick here I learned. This is bowstring wax. And I keep it with you. You can use chapstick, lip balm, but this works good for me. So what I do, I just squeeze out a little bit of this and cut me a piece off. Now, what we're going to do here is basically make a candle. And I'm going to pop a little hole through this with my old pocket knife here. And just make you a hole through there. And take you a piece of cotton ball. And what you're going to do, you're going to take this cotton ball and you're going to wad this up, kind of get it tight. Take you a little bit of this wax, and this is making you a wick is what it's doing to get started with. because you got to get this started, and then after that, you got pretty much 5 to 6 minutes burning time. Now, when you do that, you should be able to get your fire started. And let me tell you, out here in these mountains, early spring, late fall, it can go from 70 degrees down to the 30s, and it can get you in trouble. And let me tell you, it don't hurt to be as comfortable as you can get out here. So just keep putting this wax and get that so it can, one thing, it can kind of feed it through a little bit. And just simply take your old pocket knife, kind of get it down to a curl and start that right in there. Take your knife and just push it on through. Now, we want to get this pulled through as much as possible. And once we get it, we're gonna, okay, what we're basically doing is leaving a little candle wick there. Now, I've already got a bunch of dry cinder. I've gathered it from all around here as much as I could find. And it's still damp now. It's been raining here for, for 3 days now. So I'm gonna put this in here and we're gonna try to get us a fire started. And that's one good thing. You got to have fire water. I always pack that. And you need food. I carry a few snacks with me, and let me tell you, my old hunting knife, shelter, fire, water, and food, and you can make it. All right, let's get started here. Now we're gonna take this thorough rod, and this thing is going, you can pick these up at your local sporting goods, and this is going to heat up to 3,000 degrees quick. I mean, pow, it's there. Most of the time that will get your fire started, but sometimes it's just not enough, and this will help. So what you do, you place this back, make you a little hole back in there, and if you want to, for extra help, you can put you another cotton ball or two right back in there. I mean, you're gonna need all the help you can get because everything is wet. So you wanna get this done because you wanna, and kind of do it right the first time because, you wanna get the fire done and get to something else. Then we just take the old thorough rod, and most of the time you want to start adding you some little smaller stuff on it. The smaller the better. And like I say, old pine trees, laying down pine trees, the lower limbs, get those off in there, and you can get that fire going. And once you get it going, let me tell you, stack you up some other wet stuff around the fire. This is for later. We've got that fire going. And once you get her going, you can take these old pine limbs, and once you get you some good cinder going, you can keep it going. Hey, I thought I would bring this with you. I was out here today, and I just wanted to share this with you, and we will bring you some more tips that'll be helpful. And I'm gonna get to building my shed, okay? So it might start raining again. So thanks for joining us. See you next time on the Walk with Al. Hey, appreciate you being here, and God bless.